The global shift towards electric vehicles is gaining momentum as countries in the world strive to reduce carbon emission from fossil fuel-dependent combustion engines. The adoption of electric vehicles, particularly in developed economies, aligns with the Paris Agreement goal of achieving net zero emission by 2050. However, this transition also underscores the economic disparities between nations, as struggling or developing economies lag behind in adopting electric vehicles. Nigeria has committed to the global initiative to decarbonize road transportation through the adoption of electric vehicles. According to the Nigerian Energy Transition Plan, launched in 2022, the country aims to achieve 100% transition to electric vehicles by 2060, with Lagos pledging to reach this goal by 2050. While the Nigerian government is actively promoting the adoption of compressed natural gas for vehicles, limited efforts are being made to incentivize the use of electric vehicles and achieve the country's energy transition plan. Meanwhile, private sector entities have introduced electric vehicles into the Nigerian automotive market, not only through sales but also by establishing vehicle manufacturing facilities within the country. Here are the top best-selling electric vehicles assembled and sold in Nigeria according to their price ranges. Coming up at number 1 is the EMVC electric vehicles. The Electric Vehicle Motor Vehicle Company, an indigenous Nigerian vehicle company, unveiled its electric vehicles in 2022 with two models, an electric tricycle which it tags the Adoja M1 and an electric car which it tags the Adoja M2. The company, which was founded by Prince Mustapha Audu, provides environmental and sustainable mobility technology solutions by providing a full range of electric vehicles and complementary services to the electric mobility value chain market. According to its website, it has added new electric vehicles to its catalogs, including motorcycles, tricycles, small cargo vehicles, and cars, complementing them with trackers and some with solar panels and more. Some of the brands and specifications it sells include the Adoja. The Adoja is a 4-wheel electric car with a driving range of 125 to 250 km per charge and a maximum speed of 60 km per hour. According to the company Tokyo, it is sold for 12 million naira. Secondly is the Bama. This is an electric motorcycle with a maximum speed of 100 km per hour, selling for 3.75 million. It is also fitted with a remote lock and an alarm system. Next on their list is the Igwe. This is a 3-wheel vehicle with LED screen that has a maximum speed of 50 km per hour and a drive range of 125 to 200 km per charge. It sells for 3.5 million. The last on the list is the Obong, which sells for 5.5 million. The 3-wheeler has a maximum speed of 40 km per hour and a range of 125 to 200 km per charge. The company's factory is located along Abuja-Lokoja Expressway, Gwagwalada. Coming up next on the list is the Jet Motor Company. The Jet Motor Company is one of the biggest indigenous vehicle manufacturers in Nigeria, producing a fleet of vehicles including passenger buses, pickup vans, luxurious buses, utility vehicles like ambulances, and recently electric-powered buses known as Jet EVs. In 2020, the company announced raising $9 million as research capital from Canadian-based African Development Capital, Greatman Legend, and a number of Asian investors to build Africa's first all-electric vehicle. It pledged to build the Tesla of Africa. It began the assemblage of electric vehicles in 2021 at its manufacturing plant located along the Lekki-Epe Expressway, Lagos. Its electric vehicles have been bought by the federal and state government as well as ministries and armed forces. The company also enjoys the patronage of logistic companies such as GIG Logistics, one of Nigeria's leading transport and logistics companies. Some of the specifications of the Jet electric vehicles include a maximum torque of 600 nautical miles, higher than some SUVs, and a high-capacity lithium-ion phosphate battery. The Jet electric vehicle sells for approximately 145 million naira to 150 million naira, excluding value-added tax. Next on our list is the Saglev electric vehicles. Saglev Inc. is an American incorporated company with distribution centers and showrooms in African countries, notably Nigeria and Ghana. The company had been selling and marketing different brands of electric vehicles in Nigeria for years, and recently it opened an assembly plant in the Ikorodu area of Lagos State. Some of the brands it assembles at the Imota plant includes the Voya electric car. The Voya electric car is a brand of Chinese Dongfeng Motor Corporation popular in China and has recently made an entry into the automotive market in Europe. The brand was recently introduced into the Nigerian market by Saglev. According to the Saglev Incorporation brochure, there are 3 models of Voya assembled and sold in Nigeria. The Voya Passion, with a battery capacity of 37.5 to 105 kW per hour and a driving range of 580 to 730 kilometers. There is also the Voya Free, with a driving range of 210 kilometers to 1201 kilometers and a battery capacity of 37.5 kilowatts. There is also the Voya Dream, with a driving range of 605 kilometers and a battery capacity of 108.7 kilowatts per hour. Saglev, which is founded by a Nigerian, Sam Faleye, says it is focused on accelerating the conversion of fossil fuel vehicles to zero-emission vehicles in emerging markets by partnering with rideshare and fleet operators. Coming up lastly is the Innoson Vehicle Manufacturing Company Electric Vehicle. Nigeria's first indigenous car company, established in 2007, joined the electric vehicle revolution in September 2024 when it launched its first electric car. Days after launch, the company's director noted that the first batch of the electric cars assembled had all been sold out. It was also noted that some of the raw materials used in producing the vehicles were sourced locally. According to its website, the company has 3 models of the electric vehicles, including a 5-seater IVM Link, which has 201 to 230 km range, the IVM EX01 with a range of 201 to 230 km, and finally, the company launched the 5-seater IVM EX02, sold for 38.4 million naira. The company has also gone ahead to announce that its price for the electric vehicles ranges from 18 million naira upward, depending on the models and specification. The company has its manufacturing plants in Nnewi, Anambra State, and showrooms in Lagos, Abuja, and Enugu State. Developing countries are accelerating the adoption of electric vehicles, with over 40 million in circulation globally and about 80% of them in China, the USA, and Europe. According to the International Energy Agency, China, Europe, and the USA together account for around 95% of all electric vehicle sales. The pace of adoption in these developed economies is not accidental. It is enhanced by government policies and adequate infrastructure such as charging facilities publicly available. By the end of year 2024, there were over 630,000 publicly available electric vehicle chargers in Europe, whilst over 200,000 new charging points were reportedly added. Africa lags far behind in electric vehicle adoption compared to Europe, but countries like Egypt, South Africa, Rwanda, and Ethiopia are making progress and ranks higher than Nigeria despite the latter's large economy. Currently, there are few charging facilities publicly available in Nigeria. The absence of charging stations in major city centers discourages adoption of electric vehicles, even by those who can afford them. However, the future seems promising. Lagos State government made provisions for the promotion of electric vehicles recently in its transport policy launched last year. The Lagos State Transport Policy proposes to discuss with the federal government to allow it to develop networks of charging stations for electric vehicles to enable their effective use within the state. According to the document, this is projected to be achieved within 3 years. The President of Nigeria also recently pledged his administration would boost electric vehicle adoption in Nigeria and make the country the model for electric vehicles transition in Africa. However, the spread of electric vehicles is slow in Nigeria, as other countries like South Africa, Morocco, and Kenya have overtaken Nigeria in the volume of electric vehicles in their countries. The future, however, in Nigeria is promising, as more private companies are targeting the Nigerian market.